Anin Chikwa, Crystal George and Tijnikas, Nishikenta Mama Yan. Greetings to all, my name is Crystal George. I'm happy to be here. Gidagazi Ginu Owa Jibwa Washkiti Pigat. My spirit name is, excuse me. My spirit name is, I'm sorry, I'm just not ready to say it right now. I can't really say it in English too well. Kichi miigwech too for this gift of life, for the good and bad experiences that have shaped me into the person I am today. The opportunity to stand in front of all my relations and share my journey and future aspirations is important to my personal growth. I'd like to share my gratitude to my nominators, Claire Akos and Terry Flamont, to be a candidate for leadership roles for Zagame Anishinaabe. To be nominated by such influential, amazing people who contributed so much to our community gives me the courage to share my aspirations. They see my potential to be in this leadership role. For that, I am truly honored. I'd like to acknowledge our past and present leaders who have impacted our nation. As well, I'd like to say thank miigwech to the prayers that were said before the speeches. My family lineage is so important to the person I am today. My mom is Corey and George. I'm the oldest granddaughter to George Sangways and Norma George. My great-grandparents are Anna and YB Sangways. My great-grandfather, Peter George, was the last heredity chief of Sakami before the Indian Act was imposed. He was also a well-known medicine man. During my research of my family roots, I was made aware of the past kinship and customary care that our people have partaken. Oliver Sparvier and Jean Thomas were the customary parents to my kukum, Norma. My paternal lineage is that of Cree and Métis ancestry from the George Gordon First Nation. My dad is Kevin Pelche, and my grandparents who raised me are Regina and Joseph Pelche. My great Musham Alexander Pelche attended Maryville Residential School. I was raised with strong spiritual belief system in both the Christian and traditional ways. I have the utmost respect for spirituality, which has helped me in my healing journey to break the cycles of the past injustices and trauma caused from these systems. I am a fourth generation attendee of the residential school and a product of the 60 Scoop. I attended the Gordon Student Residential School for 5 years. I'm a mother to 6 beautiful children, one being my stepdaughter. I have 8 biological grandchildren, and altogether 20 children call me Cuckoo. I obtained a certificate and degree of Indigenous social work in 2020. As an older student and a Cookum, it is an honor to be exercising our treaty rights to education. I'm grateful for our ancestors who were not educated by colonial standards, but ensured the spirit and intent of the treaties which would someday be fulfilled. I express the importance of those words, spirit and intent. I consider myself a knowledge keeper with the education I pursued and will continue to pursue. I've attained exceptional knowledge of history, carry wisdoms and many teachings from all walks of life, from those living in addictive lifestyles, living in the streets, to professors, doctors, and most importantly, our elders. As a matriarch, knowledge keeper, mother, and grandmother, I am guided by a deep responsibility to my family and my ancestors. My nomination for Zagame Anishinaabe Council emerges from this responsibility. I seek to walk in 2 worlds, spiritually and intellectually, to carry these teachings of my people and elders into spaces which have been shaped by colonial injustices of governance, and influence those systems from within, so they will one day reflect our Anishinaabe traditions and customs. I come to this path with a lifetime of lived experience as a community organizer, a mentor to young women, a listener at kitchen tables and around sacred fires. These colonial traits and systems fracture families and perpetrate intergenerational harm. But we also see the resilience of our people and the power of reclaiming our teachings. I pursued education to better understand the mechanisms of Canadian laws, institutions, and governance, not to be assimilated by them, but to challenge and reshape them. I believe that in a future that makes spaces for our peoples and elders in health, justice, and social and economic systems that recognize land and kinship that holds responsibilities we carry into the next 7 generations. As a matriarch, I know that leadership is rooted in care and not control, where social justice is not about punishment, but about restoring harmony. These teachings will guide my future advocacy. I hope to contribute my movements for self-determination and decolonization, not only through academic study, but through the grounded relationships and community collaboration. My focus for the next 4 years is ensuring the Zagame Anishinaabe law governing children and families is treated with the respect it deserves. This law comes from the people. It is guided by the past engagement sessions for Bill C-92, which I was previously employed as a research analysis. My focus is to develop a wellness strategy, revitalization of our nation. A holistic approach includes the interconnectedness of the spiritual, intellectual, physical, mental well-being of Zagame families and the people who are employed to assist our families. Program collaboration and unity. Reaching out to all the programs, including health and social development, justice programs, is the vital in self-determination for our nation. This can be achieved by delivering more education and forums. Creation of a wellness wheel, including the 7 stages of Anishinaabe life, would be beneficial to unity within our community. Each stage of life requires different approaches and is so unique to different societies, to our societies. Supporting urban outreach services. Zagame has many entities for economic development. Lacking for urban membership are the services for health and social programs, as well as the promotion of indigenous entrepreneurs. Zagame has many talented and educated members, yet there is a lack of commitment to the urban people. Research and develop policies. In my past role as the research analysis for Bill C-92 and FSIN, I researched Anishinaabe practices and programs and developed a framework and Indigenous Advocate Office. With our Bill C-92, we created 2 strong committees. These committees need to be reestablished. Programs and practice. I developed a prevention program in my studies. We can develop more programs and services for family wellness, including all aspects of our traditional teachings. We have so many educated members who have not had the opportunity to share their talents. Language revitalization. Creation of a program which includes fluent speakers, frequent events for languages. We hear of nation-to-nation rebuilding. This can be made possible with language and traditions and creating family exchange programs with other nations from the East Coast to the West. Inclusion and equality. Create a network of all our members who are involved in the health, social, education, and justice fields. Include our members from all provinces in all areas. We continue to fight for equality in the provincial and federal institutions, but we also fight for equality within our band level institutions. An example of accomplishing this task is holding conferences and gatherings of all our members to share their accomplishments. We have so many talented and educated members, it is time to allow them to give back to our communities. Transparency and accountability. Zagame has forums on programs and services, annual audit presentations, quarterly gatherings with clear and concise explanations. We should have quarterly gatherings and clear, concise explanations that allow our membership to be well prepared in understanding these ventures. All leaders should set the tone for ethical behavior and lead by example. The secrecy and non-disclosure agreements harm the community and leadership and personal relationships. Open meetings are strong aspects in is a strong aspect in accountability and transparency. I've heard many people talk about a forensic audit, and you know, I hopefully that. My time is up. Okay, I'm sorry. So with that, I hope to meet you all. Please call me and reach out to me on Facebook. Thank you for listening. Miigwech.